Good morning. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy, with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Welcome in. We have a groundbreaking episode for you this morning, Friday, September 19th, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. XRP ETF inflows make history. 37.7 million come in. Let me get this on here so I don't blow your eardrums out here. Yes, we have record inflows, XRP ETF inflows. REX-Osprey yesterday going live for the first time in the United States, breaking records. Something like 32 million or something in the first, or 27 million in the first 90 minutes. 37.7 million coming in. Record-breaking XRP ETF is what we are covering in our episode today. Wow. Oh my gosh. Welcome into the channel. Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. No, I'm not a financial advisor. Please go ahead and tap that like and subscribe down below. It makes a huge difference for the channel. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys all coming in. Yes, I'm a little bit fired up this morning. As you can see, I've got spit foaming in my mouth. I'm going crazy here this morning. XRP breaks records today. XRP breaks records. It's a crap coin. That XRP. Really? Interesting. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Turkey Base, welcome in. God bless you on this beautiful day. We're going to have a great day today. Thanks for the positive sentiment, Turkey Base. And we love you, and we love everybody out there who is so awesome to come in on this channel and just be so cool each day and so positive. Like Turkey Base. Thank you, Turkey Base, for being such a loyal follower. And all of the others on the channel, thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for dropping into the comments all the time. Know that I'm not a financial advisor. Of course, I say it 9 million times an episode. I have to. I know it's aggravating. I'm not a financial advisor. You must consult your registered investment advisor. Crypto is very risky. You could absolutely lose your shirt, your pants, your socks, your glasses, everything in crypto. Excuse me. So be very careful with cryptocurrencies. By the way, Eric Balchunas is going to lay it down for us here. ETF analyst, as you're well aware of, anybody in the crypto space who's been following digital assets for some time knows who James Seifert is, and also Eric Balchunas. So why don't you guys jump on board here and pay attention to what I'm going to lay down for you, which is history in the making. XRP breaks records. Largest inflow this year, 37.7 mil. Let's go ahead and cover this. Oh, boy. Oh, it's a day for XRP now, isn't it? And all digital assets. By the way, we have the Russell 2000. Let's cover that real quick before jump into today's episode. Very quickly, let's jump onto that. Let's cover the cryptocurrency market cap very quickly here, 4.06 trillion. We are at a 52 for fear and greed. We've dipped back into the greed a couple of points here now, of course. We're at 117,000. Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry, guys. Oh, my coffee's not here. That's why. We have 116,000. My allergies are horrible here in Colorado this time of the year for about 2 months. Bitcoin, so I apologize. Bitcoin, 116,225. Ethereum, 4,524 for an Ethereum. And an XRP is coming in at $3.03. BNB is at $988. It is trying to make a move here. Let's see if we can make this move past $1,000 for BNB. Looks like she did yesterday. BNB is on its way, Binance. But anyway, let's get back to details and let's get back to basics. Let's first remember Caleb and Brown. If you tap our link below, full transparency, we do get percentage, and we think that's a good thing. Help us help you. We deserve it. For telling you about crypto and helping you to this point, it's just what's right. It is simply what's right. We don't like just. It's very passive-aggressive, that word. Just. I'm just doing this. How silly. Anyway, let's get over to XRP. Oh my goodness gracious, look at this XRP, over 200,000 moving in the trading in the past minute. XRP. Let's get over to, we will get to the episode, but I need to just tell you quickly, and we'll cover all this. I wanted to pull up on something on the Russell 2000's new record here. 2000 index small caps, 2.5% outperforming the NASDAQ. Whenever this happens, where this thing cranks first time in 4 years here, and got wind of it from Tony Edwards. So shout out to Tony Edwards. Made me aware, and I started digging deeper, and I'm like, oh, this guy Tony Edwards is smart. He's thinking crypto, smart guy. Yeah, he's over the target here. It's the first, when this happens, this hasn't happened for 4 years now. We're ready, basically. We're starting to gear up now for an altcoin season, an altcoin run. This happens when we get an altcoin season. Happens after we get this here. So this Russell 2000, very interesting stuff. We're going to cover that in a little bit as well. We are also going to cover more details on the REX-Osprey ETF, 37.7 mil. And what was it? 24 mil in the first 90 minutes, basically. So we're going to get to all of this, guys. Let's go ahead and get to some notes here real quick. First of all, the XRP, excuse me, I apologize for my voice being weird with my allergy. XRP Osprey ETF began trading yesterday on Cboe BZX alongside a Doge ETF called DOJE. And, this is the XRPR we're talking about for XRP. That's from the exchange's own new listing notice with tickers CUSIPS and the 9/18 first trade date of them, respectively. Day one volumes were big. Multiple market desks report, of course, 37 to 38 million in inflows for XRP ETFs. Woo! I had to do that. Let me very quickly pull this up, though, because I think a lot of folks may or may not be aware. Let's see. Where is this chat here? Let me find it. Okay. On what Cboe is. And by the way, welcome into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Please tap that like and subscribe down below. And don't forget, I am not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Now, what is the Cboe? Some of you guys know. I know a little bit about it, but I learned a lot more once I went ahead and grabbed info on it. So here you go. The Cboe Global Markets is, of course, a global exchange operator that provides a variety of trading and investment solutions, futures, all kinds of stuff. So here's basically what it does. A global exchange operator, Cboe, operates multiple exchanges for different asset classes, including equities, stocks, derivatives, options, futures, foreign exchange, right, or FX markets, and digital assets or cryptocurrencies. So it has a global presence with exchanges in North America, US, and Canada, Europe, and the Asia Pacific region. It owns and operates several US exchanges, including the Cboe Options Exchange, which is the largest options exchange in the US. The Chicago Board Operations Exchange, or the Cboe, the Cboe's roots are in Chicago Board Options Exchange, are in the Options Exchange, founded in 1973. This was the first exchange to list standardized exchange-traded stock options. While the company's official name is now Cboe Global Markets, the name Cboe, all capitalized, is still widely used and recognized, probably kind of like Twitter and X, right? Especially in reference to the to the original options exchange. Now, the VIX, which you've all heard of, the volatility index, the fear index, one of the Cboe's most significant contributions to the financial world, as many of you know, is the creation of the Cboe Volatility Index, or the VIX, capital VIX. The VIX is a real-time market index that measures the market's expectation of future volatility based on S&P 500 options. It's often referred to as the fear index or the fear and greed index because a higher VIX value generally indicates a higher level of fear and uncertainty in the market, while a lower value, of course, suggests a more stable and complacent market. Key functions and products of it: options, futures, equities, volatility products, education. So just so you're on board here now with what Cboe is, because we talk about it on the channel in multiple videos, and that's why I took the time to do that. But let's get back to this REX-Osprey ETF, and then we'll get to comments and things, guys, because now you guys are in there in the comments, alongside with this Doge ETF. In fact, let's get to comments first, and then we'll get on to this very quickly here. Good morning. We have Dima in here this morning. Welcome in, Dima. And it's going down. I don't know. What are you talking about? What's going down? That was from a little while ago. And welcome in. Please tap like and subscribe. And welcome in, Dima. We love you. Please clarify in the comments what you be talking there. I think I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure it's all glory and roses. Please clarify in the comment section if you don't mind. Let's get back to the share screen. Actually, let's stay on the full screen. Guys, episode today, XRP breaks records. And to do this, hold on one sec now. Oh, now hang on. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere now. The board comes out, the smock comes on. And the pointer comes out because I've got things to point to. All right, so we have 37 million in inflows, 24 million in the first 90 minutes of XRP Osprey ETF, the first XRP in the U.S., breaking the record for 2025, to be accurate in what I'm actually saying, breaking the 2025 record for ETF inflows. Record broken. Bam! That was kind of silly. Sorry about the bam. No good with the bam, Frankie. You got crypto info blockchain made easy with now Professor Tank. Here on Crypto Info, tap like and subscribe if you don't mind. It helps a great deal. Yes, we cover all things cryptocurrency, particularly the altcoins and the ISO 20022 coins and XRP in particular. But for sure, XRP, by the way, we're not financial advisors, and I'm not a financial advisor, so you got to consult your RIA, your registered investment advisor. That comes and sits down at your kitchen table. That's your financial advisor. You must consult he or she before you make any investment decisions, of course, because I am not that. I am an entertainer. This is for educational purposes only. But so don't buy or sell anything we say or do on the channel. Crypto is very risky. You could lose your shirt in crypto. But so don't ever buy XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, IOTA, Quant, HBAR, VeChain, the old vet. Don't go doing any of that. No, don't go doing anything because what I say or do on the channel here. Even if I have this on, I might look like a doctor, professor, or something. Nope. Maybe a tad more credible with this on, but don't buy or sell anything because what I say or do. I am not a financial advisor. Let's make it very clear. Oh, jeez. Come on, guys. It's so obvious. How does this happen? Oh, I don't know. Let me ask you a question. How does this happen here? Don't make dents in the board. How does that happen? Somebody riddle me that, how that happens right there. No. How does it happen? How does that happen? XRP is a crap coin. All right, now, let's get back into this real quick here. Doge not too far behind. And this is what happens, not financial advice. Yes, did I make some on Doge? I certainly did. Did I sell it knowing that it was going to go up later? And I said, whatever, I guess. Yes, I knew. I saw this day happening. I already saw it. I know. I knew I should have. I should have, would have, could have, and I didn't. And I said, this Doge is still going to be something, Frank. You're going to go sell it off now. And I still hold a bunch of Doge. Not like I did, though. But I still hold a bunch of Doge, full transparency. Of course. Oh, I've got a lot of Doge. That's okay. It's all good. Look at broader multi-asset angle here. That also mentions XRP, guys. Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund received the green light to list under the new framework. It includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and ADA. Good context it's very good context for us here, isn't it? For this XRP ETF, when we're looking at this whole thing, the broader picture. This gives us, so Derivatives tailwinds are as well here. CME Group plans options on XRP futures on October 13th, pending approval. That's going to be a big date as well. Let's get back to some more specifics here. First of all, let me get back to some more some more on the ETF, because we didn't cover that all. Day one volumes were huge on this. As we mentioned, multiple market desks reported 37 to 38 million yesterday for XRP's ETF, REX-Osprey ETF. Between them and Doge coming in at about 17 mil, about 54 to 55 mil combined in one day, which is record-setting for 2025 ETF debuts, and explains, of course, our search spike on XRP ETF. If you go to Google, sorry, my voice is so... Must apologize, because, you know, what do I have besides the voice? The enabling catalyst hit the same day. The SEC approved generic listing standards, so exchanges can list qualified spot commodity ETPs or exchange traded products, including digital assets, without a bespoke 19B form each time. And that's nice, so we don't have to go through that whole process each time. That's the SEC's own press release, by the way. Momentum keeps building for XRP access products, guys. CME Group says it will launch options on XRP futures on October 13th, pending regulatory review, a fresh on-map for institutional hedging that typically drives search interest. So let's put this all together, okay? Now let's explain why retail and TradFi likely, why they keep hammering these searches on XRP ETF, XRPR, REX-Osprey, Cboe, and crypto ETF rules. These are the top searches here coming in. What's the traffic proxy here? Let's take a look. Okay, so CoinGecko's trending last 3 hour search board shows what retail has been clicking on most here in real time, and here's what we have. Heavy with ETF, adjacent chatter, of course, with what number one coin could be. Also, CoinMarketCap's most visited pages to get onto some more most visited stuff here. Similarly reflect who retail is looking up the most, of course, which is XRP. Yes, retail is looking up XRP. The regular person in the world is looking up XRP. XRP is sitting on that leaderboard today. Well, this is shuffling because of the headline, the ETF headlines. It's shuffling back and forth between that and ETF, XRP ETF. Neither of those proves that anything at all, of course, but it just proves that, except for that, it does prove that this is where the interest lies. Most current items with XRP and Doge, let's cover Doge as well here, officially listed, Cboe as well, Doge BZX. New issue notification lists XRPR, which is the REX-Osprey XRP ETF, and DOJE and caps with first trade September 18th, which was yesterday. Monstrous news for us and record-breaking. Issuer confirmation says REX-Osprey press announcement says on a dual launch spot exposure mandate describes major movement. The launch day here, 37.7 million, as we mentioned, for the XRPR and 17 million for Doge. All right, for one-day inflows. Monstrous stuff. Nelson, welcome in. Good to see you, my brother. God bless you, man. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Welcome in, dude. It's great to see you live in the chat. You're probably in here all the time and you just don't mention, make yourself known. But welcome in, my brother, and welcome in everybody. Dima, welcome in, and welcome in Turkey Base, and to the many others that are around you. Have crypto info, blockchain made easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. No, I am not a doctor, and no, I am not a professor. But when I pull out the whiteboard, I've got to pull out the tank outfit, and I've got to pull out the pointer so that I can get to various things, various lines of emphasis, such as 37 million coming in, breaking one-day record 2025 for ETF one-day inflows is the XRPR, the REX-Osprey ETF. Beautiful news. Oh my goodness gracious, we are off to the races, guys, when it comes to cryptocurrency prices. Guys, when we consider what's happening right now in crypto, we've got more to cover here. And thanks for joining us on the channel. No, I'm not a financial advisor. Be very careful because crypto is very risky. And don't buy or sell anything is what I say or do. Especially not XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, IOTA, VeChain, Quant, ICP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, Pepe, any of these, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin. Don't buy any of these things because of what I say or do on the channel. In my opinion, all of these are going up to probably 10x, 15x, 20x from where they are now. But I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't act in anything that I'm saying or doing here on the channel, including this proppy stuff. By the way, don't forget about PRO ticker, which is proppy, which is tokenizing real estate, which Tim Draper dropped something like, I don't know, what did he drop? Like 300 million into and some people are also registered blockchain real estate agents and are doing the dealings with the old proppy, which is tokenizing real estate. When a real world real estate transaction happens, it goes on proppy, and then there's an NFT created, which then says later something to the effect of, and next time this house sells, I know I'm selling it now, but this NFT says that this house says that it's original. I'm the only owner. It says that when it transacts in the future, let's say 5, 7, 10 years later, and when it changes hands, I get 3% of that sale or whatever it is. No, you don't get to change your mind. It's a smart contract that's written in, and as soon as that transaction happens, it's on the blockchain, and it automatically initiates as soon as the sale of the house happens, 5, 7, whatever years later. Yes, this is what's going on with blockchain technology, and that one is called proppy. Don't buy or sell proppy because of what I say or do on the channel. What do I know? I'm a guy on here that's talking crypto. Welcome into Crypto Info, blockchain made easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Now, some people are making massive amounts of money in crypto. Are you? Do you know about crypto? What do you know about crypto? Let me take my glasses off for this question. What do you know about crypto? I don't mean this in a, I know more than you or somebody knows more than somebody else. I'm talking about you versus your prior self. What do you know about crypto? What's a sport you play only by yourself? Are there any? Most you do, at least with one other opponent, whether it's golf, tennis, chess, blah, 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 blah. All right, trying to think of a sport you just play by yourself only. Just compare yourself to your prior self. What do you know about crypto? Right now, you out there, what exactly do you know about crypto? I ask myself in the mirror every day. What do you, at least a few times, what do you know about crypto? Not compared to me or anybody else, compared to your prior self. Compared to yourself a year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a month and a half ago, just keep cutting it. How much do you know about crypto? Be honest with yourself and don't jump off the channel because I'm scaring you and I'm making you face something, because that's what happens. Humans want to move towards a felt positive, not a felt negative. So when we challenge humans on something or do something like that, most humans aren't wired like that. They run and they say, oh, I'm going to swipe and get off this channel. Okay. So honestly, I don't care. So yeah, we're going to be in truth, whether you leave or not. Please be in truth, nicely, kindly too. What do you know about crypto now versus what you knew about crypto, let's say 6 months ago? And we're not comparing it to anybody else or to me. All that stuff doesn't matter. It's ego stuff. This is no ego stuff. This is the truth of things with yourself to get you better. What do you know about crypto? And then honestly answer it for yourself and press forward from there based on your desire. Some folks are very interested in becoming very adept at crypto. I am. I'll assert that. I've been working towards it for the last 6 years. So have many of the folks that are watching this. Some folks are peripherally tasting crypto, which is absolutely fine. In fact, they don't even want to taste it. They want to walk in the room and just give it a whiff and smell crypto. Bless your souls. Some folks want to taste crypto. Some folks want a smorgasbord of crypto and want to get big and fat on crypto. Some of us can't eat enough crypto and get enough crypto. Some of us are cuckoo for crypto and crazy for crypto, like a toucan crypto crazy freak that wants to lose their breath when they start thinking about crypto. It's all about passion. It's all about desire. How passionate are you about crypto? You are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed, your action, what you do. As your deed is, so is your destiny, your fulfillment, what you bring to fruition in your life, what you swim in day to day. I really don't like my situation. Well, then change it. Based on desire. Because a lot of folks want to know about crypto, so they say. Yet when we talk with them or they talk to themselves years later, they still really haven't found out much about crypto, which is fine. So the desire is there. We never want to say and be. We want to be positive. We never want to say, "Oh, are you paying attention?" Of course, people are paying attention. Everybody's paying attention. What is each person paying attention to? It's based on their desire and what they wish to have, honestly and truly and genuinely. If they look in the mirror, you or me or anybody, with what they want to achieve in their life moving forward. It all starts with the truth of desire. How much desire and passion does somebody have for something? Because as the desire is, so is the will. As the will is, so is the deed. And as the deed is, so is the destiny. Yeah. Subramaniam somebody. Chandrasekhar or somebody. I think so. I think it's Upanishads. Anyway, check out the Upanishads. Anyway, welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. Now, this isn't about the Upanishads. This is about cryptocurrency. This is about the truth of things. This is how we're successful. I'm trying to help you in a very kind way without talking down, of course. Some of you folks are well beyond me in all these regards. And bless you, and please help me and teach me. We don't have an ego that we're aware of here on the channel, which is how we've been able to be some knucklehead contractor out of nowhere 6 years ago and understand and learn Forex markets, cryptocurrencies like nobody's business, and be able to talk it and talk to talk and walk to walk like nobody's business. Very quickly and self-taught, by the way. Mm-hmm. And self-taught's not a big deal these days, by the way. Once again, let's not do ego stuff, right? Because we have YouTube at our disposal. We have Google. We have AI. We have your local library. Kidding. Come on, let's get real, right? Anybody who wants to learn about crypto can learn about crypto. We have at our disposal, at our fingertips, everything we want to know about crypto, which is why we are seeing some folks that we know, and you folks will probably agree that you talk to friends and family, excuse me, again, in a positive light, saying, hey, Aunt Sally, I talked to you about crypto, last Thanksgiving dinner. Remember we were talking about that? We don't see each other, but maybe once, twice a year. Remember we were talking about that? And, I know I saw you a couple of weeks ago, but it never came up. But anyway, here we are again at Thanksgiving dinner a year later, and you're now telling me about crypto and about some projects and boom, boom, boom. Because Aunt Sally has access to a telephone and an AI like never before, and a laptop and a whatever and a So Grandma Jones can now find out about crypto in a frickin' day. And the question is, when is that day that Grandma Jones wants to find out about crypto? We already know institutions are the big movers of the market, and no problem. Retail's been a big mover of the digital asset market because, as we well know, regulations and other obvious reasons have prevented large institutions with their fiduciary responsibilities to their holders that they have to be very careful, right, about what they get into. And there are things that they're precluded. They're not permitted to get into certain things. And now crypto is all changing, and I think y'all know. And I kind of get excited, and I get all yappy right now purposely, and I'm not checking comments, I'm sorry, but this is the deal. It's all getting ready to come in, this flow of money from institutions as well. But, and as Aunt Sally and Aunt Mary and Uncle Joe and Uncle Bill and everybody jump on their phone one particular day and it starts to kick in. That's why I do the Google search and I see who's searching what. And most of us do. It's a great indicator to see what the regular folks of the world are looking at concerning, at least in this case, digital assets. All right. So what are they searching the most? So when we have the opportunity and ability for Aunt Sally and cousin Jim and everybody to grab their phone in one day or so within a certain time period, if you can follow what I'm saying, to all of a sudden take that day and get the bare bones on crypto, which can be done now with a AI or whatever. Could not be done in the past. Now it can. So now when this happens here, guys, when this inflow into cryptocurrency begins, it's lights out. Somebody said in the comments, how can I, look at this hair. How can I take you seriously with the hair in the comments? You got to cut that hair. Really? We're equating what my hair, what this is, with my intelligence level, my patience level, my ability to invest well, my ability to research, understand crypto. Really? Really, lady? And then I pull up her profile picture and I see her dog with some weird thing that looks like a, oh my goodness gracious me. People, please, if we could wake up gently, remember, we don't want to throw cold water on people and be mean. I'm sure this lady is a very lovely lady, but to make comments like this just shows where people's minds are at and how locked into the matrix they are, that they're equating someone's hair with what they know and their credibility about cryptocurrency. It's unbelievable stuff, guys, what we're dealing with. I am going to venture to guess that this lady has no idea about ISO 20022s and is not going to be a multimillionaire moving forward with cryptocurrencies the way that Tank is. That's not to brag. That's just say accurate stuff. All right? Never buy or sell anything was what I say on her channel. Oh my gosh, this lady. I couldn't believe it. She dogged me because of the ponytail, because of the man bun. Okay, the man bun. The greats have long hair in history. Get over it. George Washington, Jesus, blah, 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 blah. Will you cut it with the short hair thing? Need to have short hair. How ridiculous is the world these days? Anyway, I got to get to some of these comments. Enough of my ranting. Some people are just so nonsensical in this world. I can't believe why they are, no offense, why they are where they are in life and why they will never be in the places that we all are about to be. Concerning crypto and some other things. Just really half asleep people concerning at least digital asset space. Anyway, we got people rocking it in the comments and I'm not paying attention. And hats off to folks who did find cryptocurrency and do understand and don't care about my man bun. How silly, the man bun, as if it's a problem. Anyway, I like to have fun with it. I could care less about the hair. Yeah, good for you. Thanks, IO Sheepdog. Thanks for putting me at ease. Gray means wisdom. You damn right, people plays. All right, thanks for backing me up in the comments. I was looking for just that little push. This is the funniest thing in the world when you have a YouTube channel. You actually, if you're a good person, you actually care about what people say in the comments. If you're kind of a soulless person, you don't care. You just move on. You don't care. Okay, it's very difficult. And by the way, I think I saw AJ say this, a Y-Files guy on Sean Ryan. He's like, dude, he's like half the time it's a bot anyway. Hilarious crap. Anyway, we're having fun with crypto. Thanks for backing me up, guys. Guys, what do you think about this whole crypto asset space, and what do you think about where this whole thing is going? You're commenting on that. Would you please drop a comment and let me know where you think, for instance, some of these things are going? Some of these ISO 20s. Give me a okay, here, let's break it down. Let me ask you this. Where are the popular memes, Shiba Inu, Pepe? We all know who they are. Doge, blah, 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 blah. Mudang, blah, blah, blah. Well, all these popular memes are a category. Okay, the ISO utility coins are a category. Let's start with those. Where are memes going by, let's say, half the year? Let's give it Q1 and Q2 with ETF inflows for the for the utilities. And let's give it enough of the rest of the world, coming into the crypto space with, including Doge ETFs and things like this, coming in. Where are we going to be halfway into 2026 with the memes and with the utilities? And if you don't comment, you don't. But if you do, I'm curious to see what you think. I'm going to tell you what I think. Let's do this on the board. All right, let's get this up on the board here. Let's see where this whole thing's going. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. Here's my guess. I'm going to give you a couple categories here. I'm going to give you got your memes. And you got your ISOs. Now, what I would like to get on the board for you, and what I would like to know from you guys, what you think. I would like to know what you think about I can spell Doge. Moodang. Moodang, something like that. There are a bunch of memes. You got Pepe. Dog with hat, blah, 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 all this crap. Okay. Now, and I say crap because they're meme coins. I'm into the utility coins, although I have a whole bunch of memes. Really, I have so much of this. I have so much of these memes, and I'm not bragging about that. I'm full transparency. When the rest of the world jumps onto all these memes, they very kindly will be my exit liquidity, and that's fine. And I'll grab a whole bunch on some memes. That's fine. Now, ISOs, of course, they are. Okay, those are your ISOs. Now, when it comes to the ISOs, we are talking about mid 2026. Okay, we're talking about by mid 2026. Where are we going with these frickin' prices? Lay them out. Sick of the horse shit. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Lay out these prices for me. Lay them out. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, somewhere around there. Doge. Mudang. Don't forget DOJE ETF. Mudang. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember, but just call it yeah, for Mudang. Pepe, not sure. Dog with hat, not sure. You guys tell me in the comments. I will get over to some XRP though by end of Q2 2026. Midpoint this next year. I'm gonna call. IOTA and Algo are tricky. There you go. Those are my prices. Those are my prices, and I just broke my microphone. Nice. Way to break your mic on the live, dude. All right. We're running like that. We're running like Who held the mic like this? Was it Chuck Berry? No, Chuck Barris. Chuck Barris. Remember the Gong Show? Oh my gosh. He literally just broke his mic on the live. Fantastic business. I'm just going to hold it like this. All right. So you guys tell me in the comments what you think about prices. I'm not seeing anybody commenting. Nobody wants to comment on prices. Okay, no worries. You don't need to. I just think it's fantastic that I literally just broke my mic on the live. I didn't break it. I pulled it apart. But anyway, I actually like this feel. I welcome everybody into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. My mic is now unruly and will not stay still because I did this to it. I hope you guys are enjoying, and I hope you're still hearing me. I believe that you are. I think this is hilarious. I just broke my SM7B live on the air. And anyway, hold on. Can't see him now? Okay, here. There you go. There are the prices. You guys tell me what you think about prices. And by the way, this is by mid-2026, so halfway through this next year, guys. So let's give it Q1 and Q2 of next year for XRP and ETF inflows and also Doge inflows, for instance. And there are more, too. And I didn't put Solana up here either, but just, you know. So, what do you guys think price-wise? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Guys, welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. I do appreciate you guys stopping in this morning. It has been a lovely time of it. And IK, welcome in. KT Creative Solutions, welcome in. And thanks for backing me up. I appreciate you backing me up. Please get to XRP ETF. We already covered it, IO Sheepdog. We already covered it. 37.7 million record-breaking 2025 ETF inflows in a day. That happened yesterday. About 58 million between the 17 million that came in with the DOJE ETF yesterday as well. So we did already cover it. So thanks for asking, IO Sheepdog. Could care less about the hair. So now I see you were being a little pissy with those little comments there, IO Sheepdog. Oh, you're a rough one. You got a little, what you got there? Rough one. All right. Well, we already covered it. So rewind the video or find out for yourself with your snappy little comments. Could care less about the hair, you little jacker. All right. Anyway, yeah, I don't play games. On the live, I can say what I wish to say. Was Osprey, it was a spot. Actually, was it a spot or a trust? I'm pretty sure it was a spot. Pretty sure it was a spot. Thanks, Sir Gassington. And they will hit those numbers, I think. Yeah. Guys, you're going to have to rewind the video. It sounds like a lot of you missed all the content from the beginning of the video. Because it's a live, it's natural. But anyway, thanks for coming to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Have a good one, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Take care, guys.